Well, good afternoon. And this is Dr. Miller and Nurse Jessica with Integrated Health of Indiana. And recently, we've been talking about functional medicine. I'm always talking about functional medicine. But we keep hearing about this longevity. People talk about longevity clinics. And, well, I was talking to you about it, and I was like, functional medicine is longevity. It is a longevity clinic because it's about giving you your function so that you function optimally. And no matter how, nobody can lengthen your life, right? I mean, we don't know of any way to lengthen somebody's life. But what we do know is we know how to do those fundamental tests that look at how your body is doing. And then we can go in and make the modifiable lifestyle factors and then start to rehab the things that we need to rehab so that you do function optimally. And then that way, that they call it a longevity curve. And the longevity curve has most people going up to about age 25 because, what do they say? You are an expression of your genetics up to age 25, and then you're an expression of what you've done to your genetics after age 25. And so I know I did a lot of bad things to my genetics up to age 40. Bartender, worked at the Olive Garden, didn't know about nutrition. I did exercise, and exercise will forgive a lot of sins. But even exercise does cause calcification in the arteries. And, neither Jessica or I are perfect, right? Far from it.
Yeah.
And we're still trying to figure out things about our bodies. But now we're to the point that when we're looking at longevity, doing the things that we do with functional medicine, when we hear about longevity, do this test. Our blood values are coming back optimally. And that's where you start. You have to start with that functional medicine approach of looking at the body. What is the body doing? And then how do we fix those things or help those things that aren't working optimally? What have I forgotten in there, or what have I, not talked about or not said?
Nothing really.
And so modifiable lifestyle factors, where we always begin: sleep, nutrition, movement, stress, and community. Those are the 5 modifiable lifestyle factors. They're both free and easy, and they have the biggest impact on your body. Right now we're going down to DuPont, and we're going to have a questionable meal, but we're going to have fun. And as we have fun with our patients down there, that helps offset those things. The Chinese proverb is, I would rather have a bad meal in good humor than a good meal in bad humor.
It's not technically all bad.
True.
It is wild caught fish because it's a fish fry. And we go support one of our patients because he's so sweet, and it's actually good quality fish. It just happens to be fried.
And so frying, regardless, it's not going to hurt us.
We're still going to like it.
Yeah. But that's part of longevity. And so at this point in time, I don't worry about how long I'm going to live. I worry about how I'm going to function with the time I have left.
I mean, you can live 100 years and 50 of those be debilitated and in bed. Is that really quality of life? I don't think so. I'd rather live 80 years and be able to walk around and do what I want to do and die in my bed doing all the wonderful things that I like to do until I'm gone. But I mean, I guess those are kind of choices we all make for ourselves depending on how we feed our body.
Yep. It's how you feed, how you think, how you move.
Some of it's genetics.
Yep.
Some of it was determined before your birth, but like what we do to ourselves now matters too.
It absolutely does. And that's all a part of longevity. And that's all a part of functional medicine. So when we decide to do things, if it has a negative effect, we can sit there and look at it and decide if we want to do it or not. And so longevity, don't think about just years. Think about years in movement and quality of movement. Because I know a lot of 50-year-olds, so people my age, that can't move like me. And I know a lot of people who are in their 30s that can't move like we move. And so longevity is, let me ask you the question. If you were to live 100 years old, feeling the way that you feel now, is that good enough? And so we know that actually right now, if I could live to 100 years old, moving the way that I move now, I'd actually feel pretty good and I would do great. So for me, it's not about healing stuff, which I've gone through, she's gone through, we've gone through healing up the back pains, the aches and the pains, and healing those things up.
I'm still working on it, but I have tight hips, so you need to take care of your hips.
Yeah.
Because once they get tight, they're hard to loosen, so make sure that you always remember your hips. Your hips are your strength.
So with that being said, those are the things that in longevity we want to keep, and we want to keep moving, and that's it. Movement's life. And so functional medicine has gone through and cleared up a lot of the things that have hurt us in the past, and now it's about, okay, I just need to maintain where I'm at. And it's not hard. I like what I do. You like what you do. Even your blood values, you said, were trending in the right way.
Well, they're all nice and green now.
So it's just a natural progression. First, you want to feel better, and functional medicine does that. It helps you feel better. Then after you feel better, functional medicine helps you live the maximum life that you can live. I guess I don't know the word to put on that as quality of life, quality of movement. What is it?
It's quality. It's quality of living.
So, yeah, we don't talk about just quantity, but we talk about quality. So, functional medicine, if you hear somebody talking about functional medicine, they should be talking about longevity as well. When I talk about functional medicine, I am talking about quality, and I am talking about how your body works, and thereby giving you longevity. Because, unless you're already in a wheelchair, preventing being in a wheelchair, preventing being in a home, preventing all of that stuff, it should just be a natural progression of being healthy. So it's an interesting concept. It's actually the most well-rounded healthcare. I wouldn't have invested the time and money into functional medicine that I have if I didn't think that it was going to work. It's just another tool in the toolbox, and it seems to be working really well for me and my patients. So, anything, it's that web effect again. Anything that is truly healthy and truly good for you is also going to increase your quality of life. Not only quantity, but how can you prove that? You can't prove quantity, but you can prove quality. Quality is how you feel, how you move, how you react. That's the difference. So maybe we should have saved this for a 7 o'clock talk, and we might talk about it again. But otherwise, we were just out and about on a beautiful day and thought we would talk to you about that, because we're out building community and flower beds and furniture.
I got spring fever. We got all kinds of stuff. We have a little bit of flowers.
Oh yeah, we're going to be a floral explosion, it sounds like. So just deal with it as it
flowers are coming.
Have a great weekend. If you haven't gotten out and done something different or new or stretched yourself, now's the time. Have a great day.